Hey guys, it's Kian here. How's it going? I would like to share with you a topic today which I can deeply resonate with, and I've actually written 2 newsletters on this particular topic. The first time I wrote about it was back in 2022 when I was back at university. I titled it, "We Don't Just Play One Game." And the second time was actually just a few months ago, and I parked this topic under one of the lessons learned from running a business, and it was titled "To Keep Tomorrow in Mind." And this topic relates to us, whether in terms of ourselves or in terms of our relationships with others. Essentially, it's to understand that life is an iterative process, whether temporally or in terms of activities. Temporally speaking, I want to make sure that I'm nice to you today, so that tomorrow, when I may need your help, you'll be nice to me back. So the idea of reciprocity. And this applies in the context of activities as well. I may need your help in sports. And when you're nice to me in the context of sports, when you need my help at work, I'll do the same. So we want to ensure that we consistently remind ourselves that life is an iterative process, that if any of us is not playing by civil rules on any given day, our reputation is going to be tarnished, and other people are not going to want to work with us at other times. And I resonated with this topic and reflected it most deeply after one incident back at university. I was speaking with this acquaintance who was a few years older than me, and he had been working for a couple of years now. And he was sharing with me that he was in sales, and that, in his words, his eyes were all about money. If anyone would not be able to benefit him monetarily, that person was out of his game, or out of his eyes, whatever. And when I heard about that, I really thought that was strange. I felt really unsettled, and I felt that was not the type of lifestyle that I wanted to emulate or embody, even though I couldn't explain why. And after I thought about it, it made sense, because we don't just play one game. In the context of sales, for example, I may have the upper hand, but in the future I may need your help. So if I kick you out of my sight by being mean to you, for example, or I discount you as being completely useless just because you're not able to benefit me in this particular context, then I'm really removing all the other possibilities of us working together in the future. And that's not good for me, neither is it good for you. And in terms of our reputation as well, that's not going to help. Because if you see me as this arrogant douchebag in this particular context, then you're not going to want to help me if or when I eventually need your help in the near or distant future. And so I resonated with it even more deeply when I started my business, because I'd been fortunate enough and somewhat wise enough that I ensured that I was as nice as I could with the people around me, such that when I started my business, people were actually surprisingly generous to offer help, whether it's in the form of referrals, of allowing that we had a stronger brand awareness and so forth. And some of these help actually converted to business results. So I actually had clients who were recommended by people whom I'd been nice to. And so I felt the material benefit of keeping tomorrow in mind, of keeping in mind that we don't just play one game, that our reputation is arguably one of our most important assets, if not the most important asset in our lives. Because we can have cash, but cash doesn't necessarily allow you to generate more cash unless you're talking about investment and so forth, in which case you have to be careful as well. But if you have a good name, a good reputation, as the old saying would go, a man is nothing without his good name, then you're able to then receive help from various sources, and people are going to be willing to help you anyway. The risk is going to be much lower compared to investment, I think. So it's important that we keep tomorrow in mind, that you may have the upper hand in any particular time or at any particular context, but the person whom you mistreat might also be the person from whom you need help. And therefore, it's important that we ensure that our relationships with others are cordial. And this is true from an evolutionary sense as well. Evolutionarily speaking, we are social creatures. We stand on the shoulders of each other. We are no singular creature that can go around dominating the world. And it's reflected in old adages as well. You know, if you want to go far, then go with others. If you want to go fast, then go alone. And even in animal studies, we see the same pattern. A chimp leader who does not treat his counterparts well will easily be taken down when he has an off day, because everyone around him will hate him. Whereas a chimp leader who keeps in mind reciprocity will be well respected and admired by his team members around him. So it's really important for us to keep tomorrow in mind, to understand that life is not an iterative process. Therefore, when we articulate ideas or carry out any sort of behaviors, we have to ensure that we don't just think for ourselves at this moment today. We want to think about ourselves in the future as well, and ensure that we are well to ourselves and those around us in the near future and in the present. And that's really a simple idea I want to share, because I feel that I've experienced it, and I feel that anyone who does not understand the significance of reciprocity, of having a good reputation in the future, should keep that in mind. That's my experience, at least. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you've enjoyed it. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next one.